Hello YouTube, it's Fester here, the Angry Blonde Hipster, and today I'm going to go over just a couple of poses slash angles that you can use for your Tumblr, your summer blog, whatever it is. First I'll do 4 for girls and then I'll do 4 for guys. Okay, so the first one we have here, you've probably seen one similar to this, but just to remind you, these really work good and they're very popular on Tumblr. You have the subject being photographed from behind as she's kind of just laying on the beach with her legs together, arms planted in the sand and laying back. It's kind of got that mermaid look. It really works well with string bikinis, especially because it just really highlights kind of the shape of the body. Next one we have here is one that's got an f-stop, a shutter speed set pretty short. It's a pretty quick shutter speed. The wind's blowing and it's candid. She's kind of like smiling in the middle of maybe moving forward or something, and with the shutter speed set to with a fast shutter speed, it's not going to come out blurry. And if it's light outside, you can use a fast shutter speed. It's not a big deal. And she's not looking directly at the camera, makes it look candid. She looks like she's kind of laughing in mid-thing, her hands are out. But the coolest kind of part of it is the way, the wind's kind of blowing her hair, but yet it's not blurry. That's, again, because of the shutter speed. Okay, the next one we have here, this is called a Dutch angle. They're used in films often. Obviously, the camera is tilted so that, the horizon as well as the subject are tilted at an angle. You can just do this in Photoshop as well, but it works, and then crop it, but it works better if you just take the photo that way or have the photographer take the photo that way. The last one for girls I'm going to show you here. I like this one. This is cute. We have a subject looking a little sassy. It's like a bust shot, not a close-up, but she's got one arm raised in the air, just not saying anything, just looking kind of sassy, and background is blurry. Obviously the subject is in focus and the kind of back of the house or the deck or whatever is not in focus, and then the mountain in the background is really out of focus, so it really focuses on the subject. And you can see with the lighting here, she is kind of in the shade, so it makes her look even tanner. The sun must be shining from the back because you can see kind of the glow off of her hair, and you can tell by looking at the deck too that that's where the sun is. So I thought that's a pretty cool one. Sunglasses always add a little little effect to it, a little sass to it, and I think that's a cool pose. Alright, now on for the bros. This one's my favorite for bros. It's an easy one to do too, obviously. It's a close-up. He's got the surfboard balanced on his head, just looking straight at the camera and smiling. This is a very easy thing to recreate yourself. It's not candid, so it'd be an easy one just to put the camera on the tripod and take it yourself. Obviously it's a little bit closer because you don't see the tip of the surfboard, so it just kind of really gives that cool feel like you're right in there, like right in a space up close to him, so that's cool. There's no background whatsoever, just the sky or whatever, so all you really focus on is the subject and that cool prop. Alright, even if you don't have super ripped abs like this subject here, I certainly don't, you can still pull this off, especially if you just got that shirt that you're kind of pulling. Most people have tank tops or do-it-yourself tank tops, and it's something that anyone could probably do. And then he's looking down a little bit, and obviously the subject is in focus and the background is blurry. Next one, this is just like a chill, attitude pose. Again, even if you don't have the most ripped abs, it's alright. You can see he's wearing a backpack, doing the deuces sign. You could also just have kind of your thumbs hooked around the straps of the backpack. The head's tilted up, a little cocked back. And you don't ever want to really shoot up the nostrils, but if you can tell this camera is pointed down, angled a little bit, because you can see, look at the sandals, the feet, you can tell that it was shot that way. So you would probably need someone else to do this for you, otherwise you'd really have to have like a tall tripod and such. But another idea for this type of photo, he could just have one leg propped up on like a longboard or something. That would look cool. But again, just a little style, a little attitude in the photo goes a long way. And the last one, obscuring the face is normally not a good thing to do in photography, but sometimes it can work if, you know, there's something else really interesting about the image. Obviously, this is one where focus and, you know, depth of field is really playing an effect. Not only is the background out of focus, but even the rear of his torso is out of focus a little bit, and actually even the head. The focus is really set on his forearm and on that bracelet. So actually that would be something really cool to wear, one of those, yeah, Livestrong bracelets like he has, or even one of those kind of leather ones you would get from American Eagle or whatever. But it's really got an interesting effect to it, and running the fingers through the hair a little bit really sets it off. You don't have to obscure the face completely if you didn't want to. You know, he could have moved his arm over just a little bit and you could have seen part of the face or something, and had kind of a grin or whatever. But these all, I think, are really good ideas. This is the type of thing that will get reblogged. Obviously, these ones that play with depth of field and the focus is got to be taken with a DSLR, or at least a camera that allows you to, you know, alter the aperture and things like that. So you probably won't be able to do it on your iPhone or a flip cam, but a lot of these you could. So if you guys have any other questions for me, or if you have your own examples, leave them in the comments section below, or like retweet them at me or whatever. Alright, deuces.